was going to, the only thing I need to look into is that whole villager thing and, like, island thing is, like, there are apparently, if the islands are, like, designed in certain ways, villagers do hate them and, like, certain designs because, like, things are hard to reach.
It's why the
Take that one rating, so I need to go look into, like, how exactly that works.
It's
Because
why
from
the
the way I've seen people talk, some of those are really stupid, and it's basically literally like if you essentially. And it's basically like you literally just change this one tile, and that will make like a giant difference.
Oh!
I don't think we've found one of those yet.
Yeah, I've been looking for that for ages. I need to sell a bunch of coconuts, save some coconuts. The way it works, you need a certain semblance of order where you're not.
I'm wondering, like, those towns that are, like, people recreating, like, the A Link to the Past map, or, like, someone
Apparently!
someone recreated, I don't think it was the entirety of Earthbound's map, I think it was, just, like, on it or something. I wonder how those end up faring.
Apparently, all you need is enough sensible walking area. Or something to that effect. So, like, say, if I had, like, a massive wall in the town, as long as that massive wall had ramps and connecting points where villagers could walk up and over it, they would never complain. Because I'm not limiting space, they can walk over the massive wall. And that's generally the rule of thumb the game uses, is... Oh, damn it. It's how convenient is it to
I feel like villagers would still complain because of how stupid they are. I feel like even with a ramp, they're still not going to use it.
No, they'll use ramps. And I know that because...
I'm always making a joke because of how stupid villagers are.
A clip that was really funny that gives an example of how to do elaborate infrastructure and not have it ruin things. Someone had this really elaborate wall where it was a really tall cliff face, but they built a way around it where you could walk around the edges, and that didn't limit path. And they were walking around the wall, and they got stuck. And then they got stuck, and they couldn't walk, and they were confused. And like a villager walked out from behind the cliff. So villagers will actively take your path. So if you have good logical cliff face and ramps, they will... Oh, we're actually full. So I'm gonna go donate and sell a bunch of stuff. Put a bunch of money into the house, maybe put a bunch back into the bridge, take that Nook Miles ticket. So, all you need as some semblance of logic is, once you have a ramp, that cliff becomes a perfect area for villagers to live. Because villagers will not hate having to walk up a ramp, because that's a good connecting point. Why are these here?
I don't fucking know. Talk to one of them.
Nice. I love the surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What are you doing?
I find it funny that we talked about the things villagers say are entirely based on, personality types and stuff, and she's repeated basically that hidden camera line.
Yeah, because she's Uchi. And Uchi isn't even the official name. They've never technically named that personality type in English.
No, Uchi is the...
Not fully. Nintendo...
Normal is listed... Normal is known as nice in Japan. Uchi is just such a Japanese concept, they couldn't translate it. They just left it alone. They literally...
Oh, apparently... Okay, I tried to donate, so apparently all of those fish are non-donatable.
Huh.
So, I guess we have the one knife jaw. Weird. Hey, but that's free!
That's free real estate.
That's free money at this... We'll stop soon, but... Also, when we got Isabelle, and this was funny because of something I just wanted to bring up, because it's just amusing at just the way Japan thinks, where the reason Isabelle... Alright, so, I'm gonna get my Nook Miles.
Nothing. Oh.
No. Nice. The reason Isabelle exists in this series to begin with... Let's see if I can donate any of those fossils. Ah, cool, so I can sell the rest. Oh, that's amazing. Nice. So I'm gonna go store a bunch of stuff and then go sell. The reason Isabelle exists in this series to begin with... The original Animal Crossing sold well, and then Wild World was a sequel, and that did pretty good. City Folk was deemed too similar to Wild World, so when they changed directors, they thought if they made you the mayor and gave you creative control, that might give people what they wanted in the series, and because you were going to be the mayor, they thought you needed a secretary, and then they were trying to decide what animal a secretary should be. They wanted your secretary to basically be a loyal idiot, so they thought, dogs are loyal idiots, that'll be fine. And then they had this, further point where, and this was just really funny to me, because the female director agreed with this, where they were like, your assistant needs to be a loyal idiot, so their thought was dog, and then they were like, okay, because your assistant needs to be a loyal idiot, your assistant has to be a girl. And some people learning that thought that was kind of, unapologetically sexist. And in some ways it kind of is, but that just amuses me. Because a female director basically didn't look at that and go, why would you request that? She signed off on it, so by her agreeing, that means she subscribed to the idea that your assistant needs to be a loyal idiot, which means your assistant has to be a girl. Because Japan had her weird personality where she was kind of just... Oh, that's one of my favorite CD players. We need to buy that. It's a, Sugar Skull.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a fucking Sugar Skull CD player?
Oh, fuck yes it is. And we can put some money towards the house as well. And use a free... Nice. Throwback Skull Radio. Give me that.
I have no idea why it's called that unless this was an item in older Animal Crossing. That's also another fun detail I love is the different music players. They actually do have small purposes. Depending on what your music player is, that will actually slightly change how the song sounds like a CD player, because it is a CD player, will sound crisp and stuff, but if you use like an old record player or something, it will actually sound slightly...
So I guess they're just sitting here chilling. Huh. I'm starting to really like her. Uchi's one of my favorite types because Uchi, like, are kind of snarky, but...
I said it's a tsundere type, basically.
And she's normal, and normal are just the sweetest.
Again, normal is known as nice in Japan.
Though this series is just way less cynical and mean, which bothers a lot of people.
Which I can get to some degree, but at the same time...
Oh!
A bunch of old villains.
Oh, she reacts and she has eyeballs. Well, pupils, for a minute.
I can kind of get it, but at the same time...
Wait, is she just gonna perpetuate... Oh.
No.
She looked, she just didn't...
The one hand clapping looks fucking awkward.
Surprise, motherfucker. Wait, can I get in a surprise where I can get all of them to...
Not her, because she's walking around.
Okay, so...
She would have to be standing.
And if I come over here, it's... I love the surprise face. So, before I take a Nook Miles, take it a minute. Meaning, I'm probably about to grab...
Yeah, I kind of find it funny how in, like, the older Animal Crossing villagers were kind of assholes because, like, you wouldn't expect them to be, you know, assholes, but most of them honestly were.
I was gonna talk about that! The first Animal Crossing, everyone is mean!
Everyone's a dick.
Even the nicer personalities are just really snarky, and a lot of people feel that they've removed the snark.
I will say they did, like, in the way they have changed a...
I love that player so much.
God damn, that's amazing.
The thing is so cool!
Yes.
The fuck, it's a sugar skull. So, we're probably going to add a little bit to the house as well, and then I'm probably going to take a Miles tour. Things are going to be slow until I can get a good, steady way to get tons of money. So I could do like, I'll do, oh, not 20 out of it. And then deposit, we'll do another 20. There we go. That way that'll get really good interest. Now let's see if KK Oasis.
Oh, I think the cover art of that one's different. Unless I'm getting that mixed up with a different one. There were like 2 desert-based ones.
I love watching them do shit.
What the hell is Isabelle dusting?
Her pen and paper.
Okay.
What?
Huh, I guess stupid on this island is contagious.
I might sell those boxes. Don't be mean to Isabelle! Which, her American name is entirely because her head looks like a bell bag, so she is a bell.
So you're telling me if this character had any other, like, different character design, they would have had a completely different name?
Probably. So let's sell some stuff, craft some, like, temporary flimsy tools, and go see what island we get. Also, I might plant that cedar sapling because natural trees help. That'll be fine. I can sell the rest of those boxes for a small profit. Once we get a good flow going of testing the money trees and stuff, we'll have a nice idea of when I can splurge big, and every couple of weeks at that point, we'll be rolling in money, but we're gonna have to spend like a week.
Wow, that is pure trash right there.
But it's decent, like, very small net gain. I could, if I wanted some extra money on hand, sell all my cherries, but I might wait until those appear, meaning in the meantime I might sell all the coconuts we have. Oh wait, look!
Huh.
What?
Huh.
You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
For now, I'm just gonna plant it over here. That's a hybrid. We made orange, which I'm just gonna plant right there for now, just because. And now coconuts can be a small source of a decent amount of money. We're gonna test the money trees over a week, and if I can figure out what my pattern is for the big money trees and I get it consistent, I will use a lot of the money I have to get a 99,000 bell bag. And the 99,000 bell bag will be, though before that I might do a like larger amount without going full stop, like instead of 99,000, when we find a tree that grows positively, we're gonna have to do a small contingency test to see, oh, this was a tree we grew on a Wednesday that actually spawned like extra money, so on another Wednesday I could add slightly more into it instead of just assuming it's a 99,000, because that would then waste money, and we'll have to we will then have to see what happens but it does start to add up, because essentially every couple of weeks at that point, you're like, if you can learn the consistency, the 99,000 for your, because you would use 99,000, but it would grow 3 of those, meaning that's close to 300,000 a tree at that point, and then every few days, you'll get like almost 250,000, and that will add up weekly to a ridiculous point. And in the meantime, we can also do this for some money every couple of days, because this should be 7,000. That's 7,000 for just the coconuts. That's really good. It's not the most lucrative, but it is, because I sold a bunch of fruit too.
Well, that was just the coconuts on their own.
Yeah.
If you bundled it in with like a bunch of fruit, like if you were to sell most, most of the fruit on your island, like basically keeping only one fruit from basically every tree and selling the rest, that would get you a shit ton of money.
And we will hit a... Once those... And I could easily, if I wanted to, sell those cherries, but I might wait until all the cherries grow in evenly, so that way when I take all the cherries, I can sell them all in one go, and my trees will not be growing days apart. Then once all those other fruit trees are grown, that adds up, meaning we could get, every time my trees are in, that'll be like 50, or, you know, like 50, 60,000, and that's ridiculous. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, if you played New Leaf and then moved on to this game, how long did it take you to break the habit of calling the big sister personality Uchi because they finally translated that personality? At the time, I was unaware of that, so I was calling the personality Uchi like fans did, but I learned later that they did, in fact, finally officially translate that personality. Another name it often goes by is Sisterly, but the official English name is Big Sister, so I wanted to know if any of you struggled with breaking the habit of calling the personality Uchi, because that took me a while. I now call the personality Big Sister, but it really did take me a good few weeks to finally get used to doing that. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. But as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.